If you have a workplace pension, it's standard practice for monthly contributions to be made into your pension straight from your salary, along with any contributions that your employer might make. When it comes to a private pension, is it better to make one-off lump sum contributions or regular monthly payments? My name is Justin King. I'm a chartered and certified financial planner, and I aim to help you retire successfully. In this video, I'm going to explain the pros and cons of regular contributions versus lump sum payments so you can decide what's best for you and your own retirement planning. So before I get into the detail, it is important to say that I would always recommend taking full advantage of any pension contribution matching from your employer before considering your own private pension arrangement. But if you don't have a workplace pension, maybe you're self-employed, or you decide to set up and pay into your own personal pension for another reason, then you may have more control over how much to contribute and when to make your contributions. It's the when to contribute that I'm talking about here. Let's have a look at both options: regular contributions and lump sum payments, starting with making regular pension contributions. In my mind, there are 4 key benefits to contributing regularly. Number 1, it's great discipline. Setting aside money automatically makes it easier to get into great habits. You won't forget to save towards your future because, of course, it's going to happen at the same time every month. Number 2, it takes the emotion out of your decision to invest. Your monthly payments can be a great way to control any emotional response you may have to market volatility, stock market volatility. The stock market will always go up and down, and from my experience, I know how challenging it is to avoid the knee-jerk reaction of wanting to buy when the price is low and sell when it's high. Investing your monthly contributions automatically removes the mindset of trying to time the market, which has been proven again and again not to work over time. Number 3, you could benefit from something we call pound cost averaging. This is closely linked to my point number 2. Investing a smaller sum of money at regular intervals rather than investing a larger chunk in one go can reduce the risk and impact of investing a lot of money just before any potential market declines. For example, if you put a lump sum of £12,000 in and then the market drops over the next year, your investment could potentially go down by 10%. But if you spread that investment out and invest £1,000 each month across the year and the market drops in the same way, then you're going to buy into the market at a lower price each time, meaning your overall investment will reduce by less. But of course, on the flip side, if markets rise rather than fall over the same period, you'll make smaller profits than you would have done if you'd invested the lump sum. History has shown that markets usually recover in the long term, so although pound cost averaging might not necessarily bring you better returns, it could make it a bit easier emotionally to deal with any significant stock market drops. And of course, finally, number 4, it spreads your costs throughout the year. Regular payments are great if you want to save for your retirement but don't have lump sums of cash available. It's usually easy to pause, cancel, or amend your monthly contribution in line with what you can afford. So if your circumstances change for the better or for the worse, you have the flexibility to respond. Okay, so that's 4 key benefits, but what are the drawbacks? Well, firstly, you need to keep an eye on your bank balance. This is assuming your contributions are not made straight from your salary before tax. If you don't have enough money in your bank to cover the direct debit each month, your bank could refuse to pay the payment and, of course, may charge you. Number 2, you might not be saving as much as you could really afford. Your affordability is likely to change along with your circumstances during your year. And it's great practice to review your monthly payments regularly. And if you can afford to save more, then you need to update your instructions. For example, you might increase your contributions in line with a pay rise, or if you cancel some other monthly subscription. Or perhaps you've paid off your mortgage, so have more disposable income. Moving on to the pros and cons of making lump sum pension contributions, which is another way, of course, to make the most of your pension and tax allowances. The key benefits include, firstly, it could help you reach your retirement goals sooner. If you have a financial windfall, possibly maybe an inheritance or a bonus, you might consider paying a big lump sum into your pension to boost your savings. Making a one-off contribution means it gets working sooner than, of course, if you spread that contribution out. The money is invested for longer, so has potentially greater time to grow. Therefore, provide a bigger pot for your retirement. Just remember, your personal contributions can't exceed your earnings or your annual allowance, for which most people is £60,000 a year. There is that de minimis level of 3,600. Now, there's a link to the annual allowance rules on the screen now, so you can be sure you don't fall into either the tapered annual allowance or the money purchase annual allowance net. Number 2, of course, it's flexible. The value of your contribution isn't fixed, so this could be particularly useful if you're self-employed or have irregular income patterns. Just paying in what you can afford to when you can afford it is better than not paying in at all. There are, of course, classically, some potential drawbacks. Firstly, if you choose to invest, you won't automatically benefit from the pound cost averaging that I mentioned before. When making regular contributions, pound cost averaging is a powerful way to help smooth out the ups and downs of the stock market. By investing monthly, you spread your risk of investing automatically in different market conditions. With lump sum contributions, you'll have to give ad hoc investment instructions. Number 2, it can be time consuming. You'll need to set, of course, some time aside to make your contributions, and it can also be easy to forget or delay making a payment. For some people, this isn't a hurdle, but if you know you're strapped for time and don't enjoy managing your finances, you might choose to work with a financial advisor who can help you manage your pension contributions. So, which option is right for you? Well, as always with personal financial planning, this depends on several factors like your savings habits, the affordability, and your employment status. If your circumstances allow it, you might decide to set up or increase your monthly payments and make additional one-off lump sum payments, as and when you can afford it. Whatever method you choose, simply making sure that you're paying into a pension for your future income needs is a great step. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please press the like button and subscribe now below so that you get more information about planning a successful retirement. And if giving your pension pot a boost is a priority for you right now, then you might enjoy this video here. See you soon.